Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the breakfast show. A very good morning to all of you. So you can see I actually had a sore throat. This is also due to the very good response that we got over at the Invest Fair. So let me just show you some of the picture that we got from the Invest Fair, which was very kind of well done in my opinion. Or I'm just going to go on to my Facebook there and just show you. And for those of you who came, we thank you for your support. And those of you who have downloaded SmartRobie, we are truly very grateful, and we hope that you will still continue to support us going forward in here. So for today, as many questions were raised on the SmartRobie usage, how to use it. So we're going to be starting this morning with a series of SmartRobie tutorial. Alright, so the SmartRobie tutorial, so this morning we're just going to get onto it, and we're going to be showcasing you some of the charts, and also we also have announcement made on the Invest Fair. We have a new charging policy for SmartRobie. It will be very affordable to everybody, so just take note. It will be 9 ringgit 90 cents for 4 exchange per month. And also you can see some of the new feature we have invested on the SmartRobie apps. As you can see now, the chart, you can rotate it on the top pin here, and also the look and feel will be quite different in here, and we hope that we are able to address some of the glitches that we see in SmartRobie so far. So let's get on to our breakfast show this morning in here in this tutorial. So in today's sharing in our breakfast show, we will definitely be looking into one of the things is the tutorial series. So we're starting our tutorial series, and we had that many questions that were raised in the Invest Fair in here. So we will continue to educate our members and also the SmartRobie users some of these features that you could use, and from here you're able to go forward. All right, so that's what is our plan so far here, and we do hope that you will still continue to support us despite having the new feature and the charging scheme, which is very affordable at 10 ringgit a month per for all 4 exchanges in here. So today we will sort of look into the how to read the Pentagon guided chart that you see on the SmartRobie, which is a question that was raised. So we will be looking some of these stocks that we'll discuss over the weekend in the Mid Valley. All right, in the Mid Valley, we had some of these stocks being asked, and we will look at how they sort of pan out today. So we'll be looking at the FGV, Aeon Credit, right, and Padini. So some of these stocks actually came out on the Pentagon guided stocks. All right, you can see that if you hit the chart and you go on to the Pentagon guider, like I'm showing you on the left hand side of the chart here. So these are the stocks like QL, M Cement, Padini, Yinsun, FGV, which is the number 1. So we'll be looking at that. Then we also have the Robie FA stock. And during that time at the Mid Valley Fest, for those of you who came, I've talked about 2 features that beginners should look at is the Robie FA collection. So if you look at the Robie FA collections, that will be stocks. We do know that FG, it's tend to be very pricey around the 17 ringgit. Then you have Yinsun and you have Amway. So those are the ones that you wanted to look at. All right. So we'll be looking into Aeon. Aeon Credit was pretty good. Right. So that one was in the list there. All right. So this is the one, Padini, and we also be looking at the Nvidia, which is part of the Magnificent 7. Right. Magnificent 7, including Apple and Amazon. So let's look into the chart reading side. So we're going to help you. So as you can see, we have FGV at the point that we have here, and right at the just below here you have the 1 month, 3 month and 6 month chart. So typically I can just show you. Let me go to FGV. On the chart, you can click on the stock chart here, and there you will have the chart, right, and hit this chart up here, then you'll see the stock will actually perch up. So this is the same stock that you had. You just need to rotate it. Unfortunately, on the computer, I could not rotate and show it to you, but I'm sure you can get the gist of what we are saying here. So from here onwards, what we want to do is go through, first of all, how to read the chart. For a start, okay, let me just bring out my Okay, my pen here, we have the green Pentagon. Okay, now every time when you see the green Pentagon, so make sure you get the green Pentagon, you want to enter here, okay, on the opening price. Okay, so the entry point, emphasize it, is at the opening price. Now will be time when you pick up some of the stocks on the midway through. To me, that's more for advanced. For the beginner, okay, for the beginner, you want to enter here. So that's why patience is important, right? You want to scan through some of the stocks, and if you miss some of those stocks and you don't even found out about it, or a lot of mistakes that people do is that they wait for the stock to go higher some more. Then they only enter, right? Right, which is, we find it a lot because there is what we call this swing up, and it is part of the market stages. Okay, the market stages is important because it denotes how the market will generally move, and market will move in 4 ways: stage 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So if you can see from here, this is what we call the stage 4. Okay, the presumptions that we have, and we have this stage 1, which is here. So this is stage 4. Okay, then this is stage 1, and then we go down to a stage 2. Right, and then this is the stage 3 distribution. So we do hope that FGV can go higher than this. So let's take a look at FGV this morning. Okay, and you can see from the chart. Okay, I'll just rotate. I have the phone in front of me here, so you can see it. It's pretty nice. It's up 0.8%. Right, these are 20-minute delay, so it's looking good. Now, on the background that you see here, it's a pretty downtrend. It's been going down in here, and usually when we see T and line change, these are what we call sign of strength. Okay, sign of strength are meaning in terms of bullishness. So the more we see sign of strength, these bars in here, that means the market will be supported. And of course, you also have this long line here, which is a support. All right, so that means the market has some basis where it can hold on and be supported to go higher. So this is the basis. I think many new beginners that come into the market need to understand the foundation. I call it the foundation of the market, is that the market moves by market forces. When I say by move by market forces, which means there are some physics. We all remember what is physics in the school, right? So the physics behind the market forces, this is what I talk about here. Maybe I can just type it out here. Is what we call, these are the market forces in play. Okay, so why is that important? Because in the study of volume spread analysis, for those who don't know, we have the underlying, what is the smart money doing. There's a lot of story. You can Google that or go to our website, find out more about Tom Williams and also what we call the market players. And then you'll really understand why is the philosophy behind it in here. All right, so set it aside. Once the market started to move up, understanding the 4 market stages, right, for our beginner, you just want to enter after the green Pentagon. And of course, it's easier said than done, but you need to practice. The way to practice, you can do paper trading, and some of our members, they can go over to our virtual trade or do the paper trading in some of the platforms there, and you can get benefit. The more that you do, the better. But unfortunately, many new beginner, right, like to learn everything under the sun. I told them, just do the practice the trade. Eventually, if you do it well, you can see some of the results that we have seen before, doing much better, around 30% return in 3 months by one of the users too. It is possible, right? Practice make perfect in here, right? And let's take a look at the next chart. Again, very similar kind of investing. So right now we have FGV up 0.8%, which is, I find it very good. Okay, let's go on to the next chart we are analyzing here. Okay, next chart we have Aeon Credit. Okay, so and we look at Aeon Credit, this again, we fall back to our market stages, which is the market forces in play. So the market forces in play, you can see from here, this from green Pentagon, this is our entry point. Okay, type it in here. Okay, and the red Pentagon will be the exit point. So now you have also entry point. So let me just type it out here and just show it to you. So there's another entry point here. So by knowing this entry point, the market pullback, and you can also see, right, Aeon Credit is still in the uptrend. And along the way, you have low volume accumulation. All right, this is where you want to understudy the market forces. Low volume accumulation during red Pentagon is also a good thing, but the market is actually lifting and going higher. That means there are still support in the market. And right now you could see from here, let me just draw this line. All right, you can see from here. Right, what do we have in play? We have the stage, what we call this, stage 2 markup. Okay, then we have the stage 3 or stage 1 accumulation. If it's accumulation, why we say it's accumulation right now? Because the market did go higher. But if the market were to break down, we have here was a stage 3. Okay, and then the market actually went lower. So we were expecting the market to go lower, so that's why we exited here, this exit point. And right now this is an entry point, and I do believe, no doubt it's a bit late here for those of you who wanted to do a practice trade like what we talk about on Saturday. If I see you on Saturday, on Friday, right, that was a good entry point for Aeon Credit. Okay, so this is something you want to take note of. So if you were to do this trade practically, then you just put, hey, this is my, okay, what we can call it is the second entry point. Okay, the second entry point for this case study here, how to read the chart here. All right, interesting enough, we can also see, okay, here we have strength coming in. Market did test lower, you can see from here, but reverse up. That is actually a good sign. And of course, you can also check the SmartRobie apps. And let me just turn it on. Right, just to supplement, why the market can go higher, especially those of you who really like news. So you want to type Aeon Credit, hit the bar here, and then you want to go up, and then you want to scroll and look at the news. All right, news, click on news. I'm using the phone. I hope you are also using the phone for this manner. Right, and okay, I noticed the screen is not refreshing. Let me just bring this up again. Okay, I have to reconnect again. Okay, to my phone in here. All right, meanwhile, just pay attention to the chart that we have while we are trying to reconnect back to my telephone here. If you just type Aeon Credit on your mobile phone, okay, at this time you can see the Aeon Credit sentiment analysis is neutral. All right, it's neutral, and what we see, okay, I need to get onto here. Is neutral. Okay, let me turn back on all the things in here, and if you look at the chart, okay, from the news, Aeon company buy 2 pieces of land. So what it does is SmartRobie will analyze some of the headlines and do a sentiment analysis and giving you a neutral. All right, but there are talks about the digital banks, and maybe that's why this is going up. All right, so there's still a lot of room. Okay, we got a connection right now. Let me try to connect back to the SmartRobie, and let's showcase to you. Okay, let me just get back to here. All right, so this is what we were talking about previously, Aeon Credit with the sentiment analysis, so you can check. All right, so let's move on to the next stocks that we have in play. Right, I'm gonna delete this, and you can always come back and watch this video. So for this stock is definitely Pardini. All right. Again, what we want to do with Pardini, we also want to see the market forces. So right now we have the green Pentagon right here, and this is today's bar. So I can also look at Pardini this morning, check out the stock price, go to Pardini, and I look at the chart and live stock price for Pardini, and you can see Pardini is down 2.9%, 6.7k. Still early in the morning. Let me look onto the chart, and you can see it's coming down. But what is good about the background that you see right now is the sign of strength here. You see, there is spring. The market come down. Don't worry, because there was support at the end of the day. Now do take note, in Trade VSA, we analyze the stock on totality. We don't look at what's happening now. We are looking it on the full daily bar. So it's important that you stay with the market. Don't get frightened out. All right. So right now we have the market holding up, and it's only 6.7k, still very low volume there. All right. So it's only still early in the morning at the time of this recording. It's only 10:30 in the morning. So let's take a look at the market and what we see here. So we have a lot of strength coming in. You can see here, this is what we like. All right. And even the market turned red Pentagon, which, right, if you write this is not too bad. Got at 350, got at maybe 375. That's a level to be out. But you have the spring test. Market is still well supported. Again, we want to also draw this here, the support, and also mark the stages. This is something what we call making it very simple. Okay, so this is where we are right now. You can see we are in the so-called stage 1, stage 2, right? And then here we are looking at the stage 3/stage 1. We don't really know where is likely the market is heading, but at this point we assume, all right, okay, doing some sort of forecast that the market can go higher. Of course, the last time we did this stock was 1031, and right now it's 1036, so the prices move up and down. Should the market able to carry its momentum, all right, from here onwards, this is a good point. All right, later on we'll touch on the cut loss and so on, which is also another common question that I get time to time again. All right, let's move on to, if you have any question that you want to ask on the SmartRobie, feel free to pencil in there, as right now we are doing this as a SmartRobie tutorial. All right, next we have is NVIDIA. All right, so we're looking at NVIDIA right now. All right, and NVIDIA, what was a really big questions and query, can I buy NVIDIA now? Again, we do the same thing too. So every chart that we have, right, we pay notice into the green Pentagon. All right, let me just remove this, and we go on to the green Pentagon here. So we have this green Pentagon, and then you see here green Pentagon, market started to go up. So this is a very nice chart. All right, so you can see from here to here, it is a nice continuous movement up. Okay, up to here. So green Pentagon around maybe just before 90. Of course, there was a stock split here, and right now it's about 100. So we have red Pentagon. So this was a very nice run. If you were to calculate it, this was about 53% in here. So the red Pentagon, also notice that, okay, here, and this where the market actually started to go right down. This market started to go up. Okay, so this is like your stage 4. Okay, your stage 4, and this is your stage 2. All right, stage 2 means the market is moving higher. All right, so this is where the market move higher. So all this is calculated and analyzed by SmartRobie. With the SmartRobie in here, they'll pick up the entry point. Right, so that's why sometimes you need to use the SmartRobie to enable to trust it, because sometimes people see uptrust and they see this, they get panicked. But do take note, it is still in what we call a blue trend zone. You can see here the trend zone here is blue color, right? Mean you stay with the trade until, what do we see here? All right, right now we see a red Pentagon. So when you see a red Pentagon, it's time to go off, because SmartRobie will look out for you. It will look out for the red Pentagon and green Pentagon and notify you to tell you, hey, you better do something when there's a red Pentagon coming out. So it is as simple as that. Now the whole challenge, I feel that people is trusting along the journey. Because right now you can say SmartRobie is the bus driver. You are the passenger, right? He will tell you when to get into the bus, when to get up in the bus. So along the way, sometimes you say, hey, robot drive the car, or robot taxi drive the car, okay or not, right? And sometimes you say, hey, I already reached my partial destination, okay, which is could be 10%, 15%, and I don't want to take the bus anymore. Because this robot, I still need to trust it, right? So it's a time of getting SmartRobie in here. And of course, we also made the announcement. You can try it out. Use the 4 exchange for $9.90, right, per month. It's a very low subscription base compared to what I saw at the Invest Fair, where many of them were several hundreds to a few thousand ringgits per month. For SmartRobie, it's only 10 ringgit a month. Give it a try. You will like it, right? And consider SmartRobie as your stock market assistant in here. Okay. So here next, we'll go on to the next chart. I believe I have is Apple. So I don't have Apple now, so unfortunately, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get the Apple chart and paste it, and at least we can discuss about it. So you can see from main chart, I will go to the Google. I'll click on US, right? I click here, then I click Apple, AAPL. So once you have AAPL, let's do it one more time, AAPL, hit that. What option we use? The stock chart, stock command. So we have that, then you click on the chart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the chart here. All right, so we have this. Let me just make it a bit bigger. And you can see it here. Okay, so we have Apple. All right, we have Apple chart. And what can we see from here? All right, so definitely one of the things you will notice about Apple is the red Pentagon. Okay, so let's do our markings. Okay, very similar in here. So it's like riding a bicycle, because this is the first time you see this, and ensure that you have, so you have red Pentagon. Okay, so you have red Pentagon here, right, and you have volume here. So the the green Pentagon was up here. The market did go higher, so that was a nice intake, and there was a nice green Pentagon. So there was a nice move up here from here to here. Right, this was where the market actually moved sort of sideways, did go higher, but right now we have red Pentagon. All right, so we have seen this market the market is just still getting stronger. Why I say that is because you can see the trend is still going up, and if you look at this, yeah, the trend is still pointing up here, right? No doubt the red Pentagon just telling you need to exit, because market may go lower. We all don't know, because it's a trend following system. SmartRobie will just analyze what they see based on volume spread analysis and plot the way. So along the way, I think we as investor and trader need to be specific in our profit taking, whether we want to exit or when we want to go out. And that's usually what I talk about on the Invest Fair, where you have a specific profit target, right? Maybe 10-15%, and then carry the trade for slightly longer or not. All right, so this is where Apple is right now, red Pentagon. So be cautious. I wouldn't want to be buying, but I'm just probably going to wait for green Pentagon and then do the buying later. All right, so that's how we want to. So next one we have is Amazon. All right, so I'm just going to paste the Amazon chart. So let's get the Amazon chart here first. Go to stock chart. All right, we're going to hit that again. All right, now no doubt a bit smaller, but I think we can do with this. So you can see from this chart of the Amazon, okay, maybe still make it bigger, better, easier to see. All right, so here you can see this chart here, it's kind of interesting. First of all, the Amazon seems to be moving sideways, right? So why I say that is because if you look at the support and resistance, which is pretty much the market is, you can see here, right? So it goes up, come back down, goes up, come back down, go down. But the green Pentagon momentum, which is in the blue trend zone, is there. And one thing great also, the market started to move up. So even if you're gone in, remember the opening price is the entry point, okay? The opening price is the entry point here, right? Market came back down and it's a bit concerned, right? Yeah, but still green Pentagon, no red Pentagon yet. So stay with the trend. And now the market started to crack through here. This is good. So tonight, for those of you who are looking at the US market, switch on your SmartRobie on the US market in here and then follow it too. All right. So right now the market is going good. And then you have a lot of strength. All right. Test, CNS, and also line change. For more details of each and what they represent, you can check out the tutorial that I have on the SmartRobie FAQ. But it simply tells you that if the market has a lot of strength, it can hold on, right? With the exception here where we started to see this bar here called sell-off, market started to break down. But guess what? There's no follow through. And then finally the market turned green Pentagon. Because overall the US market is still very, very positive in here. And what I really like to see in the background, as we said before, is all the strength as the market goes up in here. And then that's why kind of confident that Amazon will go higher. Okay, so for our last segment, there was a question that people always ask is, how do I determine the cut loss price and also the cut loss level? There's two ways in SmartRobie. One of them is using the exit strategy. All right, and I say the exit strategy, all right, this is what I talk about. What is this? Here is using the individual. So you want to go on to Aeon, but let's switch back to the Malaysian chart, typing the home page, go to Bursa, click on Robie chart, and let's look at Aeon credit. All right, and let me just share with you in here. So from the chart wise, look at the trading plan. Look at the exit strategy. Sorry, look at the exit strategy. Let me just erase this. This is where you want to be looking at the exit strategy, right? And in the exit strategy, we want to pay attention to the ATR stop loss, okay? So the ATR stop loss is right now is 734, all right? You can see from the chart, 734, okay, right in the middle here, okay? Aeon credit is above the ATR stop loss, which is only 4.3% up. Watch out for the ATR stop loss. That is your first level, okay? Then we have another two level, S1 and S2. S1 is 733.65, which is also minus 3.8%. And then finally is stage 2, which is further down 6.7%. So should anything happen, you will know Aeon credit, worst case, you know, if you cut loss at 7.15, you will lose a minus 6.7. Now remember, on those of you who did ask me how I'm able to cut loss at 6% and 7%. These are the cut loss level that we use in the chart. Now, if you go back to Aeon credit, which I will show you on the chart back, just what we talk about, 736 is just around in here. Okay, 736. 734 is here. So this is your cut loss level in here. So this morning, let's take a look at Aeon on the live stock prices. Is 761. All right, 761. We want to go on to the exit strategy. If we're going to exit, is 731. Still a long way lah. So okay, maybe we can write this a bit more. Okay, so remember, okay, we have two stop loss level. Okay, the ATR stop loss, which is way further down, 734, market's only 760, and the other two is S1 and S2 as your stop loss. That's the worst case anything happening here. And of course, some of you may ask, what happens if I don't want to cut loss? Now, if you don't want to cut loss, please ensure the stocks that you have has fundamental. Let's look at Aeon credit now. what is the stock level? The stock level is 6 out of 8. And again, I say 6 out of 8, it is a good fundamental stocks because the PE is 9 times, less than 15 times with the ROE of 16%. And that's ensure you have a good undervalued stocks. All right. So that's what I want to cover today. Right. This is okay. So we have the full Pentagon guided system, which is looking at into the market. Right. Just going to go on to my slide here. Okay, and I'm just going to close out. So this coming Wednesday, we will still be continuing our SmartRobie tutorial. It's going to be Ask Me Anything on SmartRobie. Right, and so make sure you catch me at 9:30 on the live Facebook. If not, we will have this recorded and will be available on the YouTube, and it will be a series of questions. You can ask me how to use a SmartRobie, and this is how we're going to proceed on to help you to make consistent profit in the market with an AI-driven stock market assistant. That will be us, the SmartRobie in here. So that's all I have, and I will talk more about the some of the members progress in here, but I felt that this is a very good start for us and for you to get you know better. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube Trade VSA website for more video tutorial like this. And also those of you who wanted to look at a Trade VSA, you can contact the 010-266-9761 for more information. So with the remaining time that I have, which I usually do, if you have any stock that you want me to look upon, do type it into the comment. I'm happy to look into it. Not just the case study shares that we talk about, Aeon Credit and Pentagon, because some of the trade shares that you may have on hand has some concern. But usually we tell the members, take a look at it, some of the stocks that you have, whether it's red Pentagon or green Pentagon, and you decide whether the fundamental allows you to still continue to holding, especially, right? Now the whole point of trading in is to ensure you survive and not to lose too much money while you wait and catch the big one. Okay, any stocks that you have, feel free to pencil those in there. If not, thank you for coming, and I'll see you in our next SmartRobie tutorial. But before that, don't forget to join our Telegram chat room that is available on our stock market in here. That's the code, and have a pleasant day.